continuing our practice with consecutive integer word problems and just word problems in general, starting pretty basic and then working our way up. So the sum of 3 consecutive odd. So you want to make sure that you're making note of the fact that it says odd numbers. Remember, integers mean, or in this case, they say numbers, but these integer word problems mean they have to be whole numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 consecutive means that they're in a row. And odd is 1, 3, 5, so not divisible by 2. So I have 3 of them. And since it's odd, that means I have x plus 2, x plus 4. Because remember, odd and even consecutive numbers are going to use the same x plus 2, x plus 4. So the sum of these is equal to 93. Find the numbers. So you're going to combine your like terms. So x, end up with 3x. 4 and 2 are constants over here hanging out. So I can put those together and clean up on this side. So equals 6 equals 93. Now you have a regular equation to solve where we always put I always put my line of great divide, box in my variable, and then I would know that from there we need to get everything on the side with the 3x to the other side. So we want our variable by itself. So we're going to subtract 6 from both sides. And that's going to give me 3x equals 87. And then 3x is 3 times x, so we're going to divide by 3. And so 87 divided by 3 gives us 29. So x equals 29. Now be careful because there's 2 of them with 29 and they go in the opposite directions. And, I'm sorry, actually not. 29, 30, 31 are consecutive, but they're not odd. 30 is not all odd. So if I have x plus 29, we can do x plus 2 equals 31 because x is 29. And then x plus 4 gives me 33. 29, 31, and 33 are consecutive odd. And if I add 29 plus 31 plus 33, it does equal 93. Our answer should be B for number 1. Okay, so number 2, find 3 consecutive integers that sum with a sum of 168. What is the greatest of the 3? So we're going to solve, and then we have to go figure out which one is the biggest, and that's going to be your actual answer. So 3 consecutive integers. This time it does not say odd or even, so that means we're going to use x plus 1, x plus 2. It's their sum, so they're going to add together, equals 168. So again, we have 3 x's, so 1, 2, 3. So 3x, and then I have 1 and 2 I can combine, which is going to give me 3 equals 168. We're going to get our 3x by itself, so we have to figure out who's on that side. So the inverse of addition is subtraction, so we're going to subtract 3 from both sides to get these to zero out. So 3x equals 165. 3x, again, remember, is multiplication, and the inverse of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide both sides by 3. So 165 divided by 3. And that's going to give me 55. So x equals 55. Now again, x plus 1, so that's 55 plus 1 is going to be 56. And then x plus 2 is going to be 57. And in this case, the question asks for the greatest, and that's the largest of those 3 numbers, so 55, 56, or 57. They were very nice to you. They didn't give you any of the other options. So it is 57. Number 3, find 3 consecutive integers with a sum of 204. So again, not odd, not even. So we're going to use x plus 1, x plus 2, and they're going to equal 204. And again, we're going to have their sum, so these are going to all add together. So give me 204. Combine like terms, 1, 2, 3 x's. 1 plus 2 is 3. And now again, we're going to solve our equation. We have our variable, so we need to move our 3 by subtracting it from both sides. So 3x equals 201. 204 minus 3 is going to be 201. Then we're going to take that 201 and divide by 3 because it's the inverse of multiplication. And x is going to equal 67. Now find all three. So that's 67, and then I have x plus 1, so that's 67 plus 1, which will give me 68, and then x plus 2, which is 67 plus 2, which will give me 69. So your list would be 67, 68, and 69 for three consecutive integers with us that will add up, or their sum is 204. Number 4, three consecutive integers with a sum of a negative 99. Okay, so again, three consecutive, so x plus 1, x plus 2, because it didn't say even or odd, it says the sum, so we're going to add them together, equals a negative 99. So again, 1, 2, 3 x's, because there's three consecutive integers. 1 plus 2 is 3. Now I'm going to start moving things across the equal marks. Get your variable by itself. We're going to subtract 3 from both sides. So 3x equals 102, and that is a negative 102 because we are negative 99 plus a negative 3 means you're continuously borrowing money or taking things away. And then we are going to divide by 3 because that's the inverse of multiplication again. So divide by 3. And x equals a negative 34. Now be careful. We need all three of them. So x plus 1 equals a negative 30. If I have 34, if I owe you 34 and I pay you 1, then it's going to be negative 33. And then x plus 2. So if I owed you $34 or we're in the negative 34 and we add 2 to that, it's going to be negative 32. And negative 32 plus a negative 33 plus a negative 34 does indeed equal a negative 99. If you had gone 35, 36, negative 35, 36, just by not doing your math, but just guessing the next two, they would not add together to give you that sum. So actually checking and adding them when you're done will keep you from making a careless error. So in this case, again, it asks for all three. So negative 34, negative 33, and negative 32. Smallest to largest is usually how you're going to see these written. All right, now it's going to get fuzzy. So find three consecutive odd integers such that, so I know I'm going to use x, x plus 2, and x plus 4. Because remember, odd and even, you're going to use the even, so 2s and 4s. And then 6 if it went on, then 8, and so forth if you had more numbers. Such that the sum of the first and the third, so I'm going to take the first one, and I'm going to take the third one, and I'm going to add them together, equals the sum of the second, which is x plus 2, and 31. So plus 31. Now we're going to clean up each side if we can. That's going to give us 2x plus 4 equals 2 and 31 are like terms, so we're going to have 33 with that x over there. Now you want to get your variables to one side and your whole numbers to the other side. I prefer to work towards the largest variable to keep my variables positive, so I'm going to subtract that imaginary 1x from this side to get those to zero out. So now I have x plus 4 equals 33. I need x to get back to be alone, so that plus 4 is a problem, so we're going to subtract 4 from both sides. And then I end up with x equals 29. So what are the three consecutive odd integers? So x is 29, x plus 2, so 29 plus 2 is going to be 31, and then x plus 4 is going to be 33. So our three consecutive is 29, 31, and 33. And if you add those together, 29 plus 31 plus 33, they do indeed, it doesn't give you, they give you 93. So these three give you 93. But we actually added the small to the large. So 29 plus 33, which gives me 62. And then 29 plus 2 plus 31 should also give you 62 as well. So the largest and the smallest equals the middle plus 31. That's how you can check it. All right, number 6, find three consecutive odd. So x, x plus 2, x plus 4, such that the sum of the first and third, so x and x plus 4 equals the sum of the second, x plus 2, and 43. So we added these two together and we added 43 to this one. So much like the last one. So we have 2x plus 4 equals x plus 45. We're going to move our x's. Again, I'm going to move towards the larger one, so I'm going to subtract x from both sides. So I have 4, or x plus 4 equals 45. I want x by itself, so I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. And so x is going to equal 41. And then x plus 2 gives me 43. And then x plus 4 gives me 45. And then to check it, find 3 consecutive such that the sum of the first and third, so 41 and 45, so 41 plus 45 equals the sum of the second, which is 43 and 43. And that's 86. And that as well is 86. That means we did it right. So you got our right grouping of numbers. So 41, 43, and 45. Number 7, we're going to do a lot more. So find 4 consecutive even integers. And we'll add a piece of paper so we can keep going down if we need to. 4 consecutive even such that 2 times the sum of the first. So first of all, let's do 4. So 4, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And you have to decide what goes with it. It says even, so we're going to put 2, 4, and 6. That's the first one, second one, third one, fourth one. Now, 2 times the sum, so 2 times the sum of the first and second, so first and second, x, and it said sum, x plus 2, is 14, so is your equal mark, is 14 more, that's plus 14, then 3 times the fourth one. Now, we didn't use the third one at all. So 3 times the fourth plus 14 more. All right, so this is going to be a great one. So I would clean up inside my parentheses first. So that's going to be 2 times 2x plus 2 equals, and you can go ahead and distribute if you want, just to save a step in your line on your paper, because I know most of you don't like to write everything out. So distribute my 3. Then we'll distribute my 2, which is going to give me 4x plus 4 equals, and I'm just going to bring this down. We want to see if we can clean up on each side. So that 18 and 14 they are the same like terms, so we're going to put them together and add them together, simplify. So 32, 3x. We want to get our x's to one side and our constant to the other. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides to work towards the largest x. And if you work the other way, that's okay. You just have to have the same answer at the end. X plus 4 equals 32. I need to get x by itself, so I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. And x is going to equal 28. And it was 4 consecutive, so 28. So x equals 28. X plus 2 is going to equal 30. X plus 4 equals 32. And x plus 6, x being 28, so 28 plus 6 is going to give me 34. Those are all even numbers, so that's good. And they are in a row. The only thing that goes in between would be 29, 31, 33, but they're odd. And then if you want to check them algebraically, so 2 times the first 2, so 28 and 30, so that's going to give me 58. So 2 times 58 is equal to 3 times the fourth one, which is 34, plus 14. So 58 times 2 is going to give me 116. And then 3 times 34 gives me 102. Plus 14. Indeed, I have 116 equals 116. So I got excited about it. Gave me double sixes. So we did that one right too. All right, number 8. Find 4 consecutive even integers such that if the sum of the first and third is multiplied by 4. So 4 consecutive again. It says even again. So x, x plus 2, x plus 4, and x plus 6. Even and odds, 2, 4, 6. Now we're going to figure out what they want us to do with it. The sum of the first and third, so first and third, so I'm going to put x and x plus 4. So I'm going to add those together, is multiplied by 4. So the whole thing is going to be multiplied by 4. The result is 10 more than 7 times the fourth. So 7 times x plus 6 plus 10. I challenge you to pause it and try it and see if you can get this guy put back together and solve it. So we're going to clean up over here. That's going to be 2x plus 4. Gives me 4 equals, I'm going to go ahead and distribute 7x plus 42 plus 10, because 7 times 6 is 42. Can clean up this side, so 42 and 10 give me 7x plus 52. Distribute, so I have 2 times 4 is 8x, 4 times 4 is 16. Now I want to get my variables on one side and my whole numbers on the other. I'm going to work again towards the largest variable. So x plus 16 equals 52. X is not by itself yet, so we're going to subtract 16 from both sides. So 52 minus 16 is going to give me 36. So x equals 36. So if x is 36, then x plus 2 is 38. X plus 4, that's 36 plus 4 is going to give me 40. And x plus 6, so 36 plus 6 is going to give me 42. So that's my list. And again, mathematically, it says that we are going to, the sum of the first and third is multiplied by 4. So the first and the third is multiplied by 4. So 4 times 36 plus 40, 76, is equal to 7 times the last plus 10. So 7 times 42 plus 10. 4 times 76 is 304. 7 times 42 is 168. Uh-oh, something's wrong. Oh, I didn't do, that's not right. Sorry, guys. 7 times 42, 294 plus 10 does give me 304. 304. 7 times 42 is 294, not 168. So we did do that one right as well. All right, guys, so the last one, if you will complete it, just write it out, send me a picture of it. I will give you an extra 2 points on your assignment today. So you don't even have to solve it. You get 2 points just for getting the equation written correctly. If you do solve it correctly, I'll give you 3 points on today's assignment, but you have to email it to me, okay? So you have to email it to jsigmund@ncmcs.org. All right, guys, have an awesome day.